G-Surfers, also known as HSX, Hypersonic Extreme in North America, is a futuristic racing game developed by the UK-based studio Blade Interactive, and it was released for the PlayStation 2 in 2002. The game aimed to carve out a niche in the highly competitive genre of anti-gravity racing games, which was already dominated by well-established franchises like Wipeout and F-Zero. While G-Surfers didn't achieve the same level of fame as its competitors, it still holds a place in the hearts of fans, who appreciated its unique blend of features and challenging gameplay.
Midas Interactive specialized in publishing low-cost games, many of which were targeted at younger audiences or casual gamers who were less concerned with cutting-edge graphics and more interested in affordability. The company's catalog was vast, with titles ranging from sports and racing games to more niche genres like puzzle and adventure. Unfortunately, due to the sheer volume and the often modest development budgets behind these titles, Midas Interactive became synonymous with mediocrity in the eyes of many gamers. Many of their releases were quickly dismissed as shovelware, games produced in large quantities with little regard for quality. As a result, discerning gamers often overlooked Midas-published titles, assuming that their low price point equated to a lack of entertainment value. However, this blanket assumption did a disservice to the occasional gem that emerged under the Midas banner, and G-Surfers is a prime example of such a title.
The game's developer, Blade Interactive, was primarily known for its work on the World Snooker Championship series, a stark contrast to the high-speed, adrenaline-pumping world of G-Surfers. The studio ventured into new territory with this project, attempting to create a racing experience that would stand out in a crowded market. Although G-Surfers wasn't a runaway success, it demonstrated Blade Interactive's versatility and ambition as a developer.
The early 2000s saw several anti-gravity racing games vying for the attention of gamers, with Wipeout and F-Zero leading the charge. These games set high standards in terms of speed, track design, and futuristic aesthetics, making it difficult for any new entry to make a significant impact. Wipeout, developed by Psygnosis, later Studio Liverpool, was renowned for its stylish design, thumping electronic soundtrack, and tight controls. It was a game that oozed coolness and was synonymous with the PlayStation brand. F-Zero, on the other hand, was Nintendo's flagship futuristic racer, known for its blistering speed, intense difficulty, and memorable characters like Captain Falcon. F-Zero had a strong following, especially among Nintendo fans, and its legacy was deeply entrenched by the time G-Surfers came to market. What made G-Surfers unique was its emphasis on track creation and customization. While Wipeout and F-Zero offered a predefined set of tracks, G-Surfers allowed players to craft their own racing environments. This feature was relatively rare at the time, especially in the racing genre. The game included a robust track editor that gave players the freedom to design intricate and imaginative courses. This element of creativity provided a different kind of engagement, encouraging players to spend time perfecting their own tracks and then racing on them, or challenging friends to see who could create the most thrilling or challenging circuits. In terms of gameplay, G-Surfers differentiated itself by focusing on a balance between speed and precision. The game's vehicles, known as G-Surfers, had a unique handling model that required players to master the art of navigating sharp corners and steep vertical drops at high speeds. The tracks were designed to be as much about memorization and skill as they were about raw speed, which set G-Surfers apart from its more straightforward competitors.
G-Surfers offers a high-octane racing experience that centers on futuristic, anti-gravity vehicles zipping through a variety of tracks at incredible speeds. The game features several modes, including the standard single-player campaign, time trials, and multiplayer options. The core gameplay revolves around navigating winding, twisting tracks that challenge players to maintain control while traveling at breakneck speeds. The anti-gravity vehicles in G-Surfers are incredibly fast, and the tracks are filled with loops, jumps, and sharp turns that require quick reflexes and a deep understanding of the game's physics. Each track is designed to test the player's ability to maintain high speeds while executing precise maneuvers. This high level of difficulty can be both a draw and a deterrent for those who enjoy a challenge. G-Surfers offers a deeply rewarding experience, but for others, the learning curve may be steep. The track editor is one of the game's standout features. Players can create custom tracks from scratch, choosing from a wide array of track pieces, obstacles, and scenery. The editor is surprisingly sophisticated for its time, offering a range of tools that allow for the creation of complex and imaginative courses. Once a track is created, it can be saved and raced on, providing virtually endless replay value. This feature sets G-Surfers apart from other racing games of the era, offering a level of personalization and creativity that was rarely seen in the genre. Vehicle selection in G-Surfers is relatively straightforward. There are several different G-Surfers to choose from, each with its own set of attributes, such as speed, acceleration, and handling. Players can select a vehicle that matches their preferred style of play, whether it's one that's more controllable in tight turns or one that excels in pure speed. The game's difficulty ramps up quickly, with later tracks becoming increasingly complex and challenging. Success in G-Surfers requires a combination of memorizing track layouts, mastering vehicle controls, and timing boosts and jumps perfectly. The high difficulty level ensures that players who invest time into learning the game's nuances will find a satisfying level of depth and reward.
The soundtrack of G-Surfers plays a crucial role in complementing the high-speed racing experience. While it may not have achieved the same level of acclaim as the Wipeout series, which featured music from prominent electronic artists, the music in G-Surfers still captures the intense, futuristic atmosphere of the game. The soundtrack consists primarily of electronic music, with fast-paced beats and driving rhythms that keep the energy level high during races. The music dynamically responds to the action on the screen, adding to the sense of speed and urgency. Although the soundtrack may not be as memorable or groundbreaking as those found in other games of the genre, it effectively serves its purpose, enhancing the overall experience and keeping players engaged. In addition to the background music, the game also features sound effects that heighten the sense of immersion. The roar of the anti-gravity engines, the swoosh of air as you pass by obstacles, and the occasional clang of metal as you collide with barriers all contribute to the game's visceral feel. These sound effects, combined with the soundtrack, help to create a cohesive audio experience that complements the intense visual and gameplay elements of G-Surfers.
While G-Surfers might not have reached the iconic status of its competitors, it remains a noteworthy entry in the futuristic racing genre, particularly for its innovative track editor and challenging gameplay. Blade Interactive took a risk by stepping outside their usual genre, and although G-Surfers didn't achieve mainstream success, it found a niche audience that appreciated its unique approach to high-speed racing. The game's focus on customization, combined with its demanding racing mechanics, offers a different experience from the more polished and widely recognized titles in the genre. G-Surfers may not have been a game changer, but it carved out its own space in the racing world, offering players something a bit different, which in the competitive gaming landscape is an achievement in itself.